Hi everyone. I'll just wait for people to get on. I've got my glasses on this time, so that'll help. I'll just try and hook up. Hi Jody. Can you hear me, Jody? I'm just going to hook up my computer so I can look at comments while I film. So hang on. How do I see this? Sorry everyone, I'm just... Hi everyone, I'll be there in a sec. How do I find this on my computer? Okay, I think this is me now. Alright, so has everyone... is anyone going to play along with me? Oh, I haven't got the sound on, have you? Okay, sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi everybody. It's lovely to see everyone. So I'm going to put my phone up so you can look at what I'm doing. So who's going to play along with me today? Tania's there, awesome. So I'll show you what I've got out. So I'll just turn this around. Sorry everyone, I'm not that great with technology. That one. Okay, so this is my desk. Oh, this is what I've been working on. You might remember this one. I did this one ages ago for Scrap Matrix when we had a colour challenge of yellow, orange, pink. And I've almost filled up a large, my first large journal. So I've had to go to this one, which I don't create in very often. But so last night and this morning I just did a bit more on that. So you can either join me today or you can watch and do your own thing, or you might create later based on what I'm doing. You know, it's totally up to you. So I'll put that there. And so what I've got my large journal. Okay. Ugh. I've got some white gesso. I've got some paint colours. I've also snuck in a bit of black because I can't kind of work without black. Oh, look who's at my window. It's Macy. I've got some washi tape, and then I have some stamps. Now I think I put these up. I've got a Tracy Scott one from Paper Artsy, and I've got an All and Create one, and I couldn't decide, but I might use them both because they kind of look like they work well together. So I've got some ink, and I didn't put in the picture. I have this Paper Artsy smooth cardstock, so I'll probably do some stamping onto that and then stick that onto my page. So if you've got any of that, but you could stamp onto any paper or card, that's fine. So I'm a little bit nervous. I hope this works. So what I'll do is I'll just put this up the top of my thing, and then we'll make sure it's working properly, and then I'll get started. All right. That looks okay. Do we need a light? Oh, probably shadows. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I guess because I couldn't be in Victor Harbour, I thought I'll bring you to my little space. So I've never done anything live before. Let's just wing it and see what happens. So first of all, I've got my very used baking sheets, which I'll just put down just to try and prevent some runs. So can everyone hear me properly? I don't know how to turn that. So, you know what? I'm just not going to worry. I might be on my head. I'm not sure. But hopefully, can someone just let me know that it looks okay? I'll just wait. Okay, you can hear me. I'm just not sure if I'm on the side, but I don't really know how to rectify that. So let's start. Okay, so white gesso. Just put it all over and spread it out. I feel like I need music on or something. I usually scrap with music on. So just spread this out. Oh, thank you. Chris has just put up. Hi, Chris. She's just put up that. Oh, it is sideways, so I don't know how to fix that. Anyway, I'm sorry, everyone. You'll have to stand on your head. Alright, I just need a little bit more. So what I'm doing today is kind of going to be fairly a fast class, that I sometimes will do something like this just to get me in the mood. I was going to do something more complex, but I thought, oh, my phone will probably run out, and yeah, so I just thought I'll get started with something a bit quicker. So probably something a bit like, while that dries, that last one I did, which is probably inspired by Lisa Oxley, who's amazing. Big fan of hers. Got to find it in here. I've nearly finished this book, so I will do a flip through a bit later, maybe tomorrow. So this is the one I was trying to find. So obviously I haven't got that, but I'll have the stamps instead. But it's just going to be a bit fun like that, okay? Oops, I've pulled that out. So I'll just dry that off. Hi, Helen. And my hair's stuck to it. Okay. That's pretty dry. So I'll start with my paint. I'm going to use Dilutions today. I've got, you know, all of the paint, Paper Artsy, love them all. I do like that Dilutions is really bright and quite thick for when I want to play quite quickly. So let's find a brush. And I try not to think too quickly about all this stuff. So let's just whack some paint down. And I'll come down here. Alright, so I'll grab one of my stencils. So this one here is a Crafter's Workshop, so sort of goes nicely with my stamps as well, but you could really use anything. Grab some wipes. So while this paint is still a bit damp, let's just rub through it. Always rub a bit out the sides as well, and that just kind of brings the paint over a little bit. So I usually flip my stencil so that I'm now not sticking the wet paint down again. Wouldn't matter if you did, but gorgeous already. Alright, I'll give that a quick wipe off. Okay, so let's go to the next colour. I should have told you the colour. So that was Lemon Zest, and this one is Calypso Teal. Beautiful turquoise. Might add a bit of blue. I often like to work in threes, just to, I like odd things and odd numbers. And alright, so let's go back in with this stencil. This is obviously a Lisa technique. I think she probably invented it, but it's just a really good way to get some colour down and some background happening. Might just put a little bit more just to blend those two out there. So I like it when you kind of get that mixing happening there. Alright, now we'll go with the pink, which is called Funky Fuchsia. And you don't have to worry about blending really perfectly because your stencil, when you rub your baby wipe, that kind of blends it for you, so you don't have to be too. Alright. Okay, so there you can see that it's kind of blended, the pink's blended into the yellow. So yeah, if you just whack it on, when you then use your wipe, it will help blend it. So you don't have to be too fussy. We'll just remove a bit of that there. Okay, so I'll put my paint lids back on, and I'm going to let that dry, and I'm just going to put it on the floor while it dries. You can dry it with your heat gun. But I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to let it dry naturally because I can do my stamping while I'm waiting for it to dry. Okay, so with your smooth cardstock, this stuff is awesome for stamping. It can take paint. You can paint straight onto it. It's excellent. I'm so happy they brought it out. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of these. I'm not sure what I'm going to use at this stage, so I'll just go for these large mandalas of Tracy's. As you can see, I'm not very good at cleaning. I don't clean anything very well. So anyway, that's just how I roll. Now the beauty of doing it this way is if you don't stamp it properly the first time, you can do another one. So I might have to stand up just to get a clear print. Oh, not that clear, so the centre needs a bit more. Oh, why is that not typical? Live and it's not working. Normally it stamps perfectly every time. That's better. Now with this stamp, I'll probably use these as background stamping bits, but I like the stars, so I might cut a couple of those out. So I'll stamp a couple of those. Oops. Okay. Oh, I think you're chatting. I'm just having a look. Yeah, so for some of you, I think Vicky's answering, but we had planned that I would teach at Scrap Matrix this weekend. I had done all the prep and the planning, and we were just about to advertise it when the world changed. So I think a few of the locals knew, but hadn't sort of advertised it properly yet. So we will let you know. We're just doing it at Vicky's, so there's not going to be heaps of room. But yeah, I'll run lots of classes. So now we just cut these out. Just let them dry a little bit. Now these are ones that didn't stamp properly. I don't waste them. So what I'll generally do is, because I like when I stamp to have things going off the page, it just creates that movement through the page. So I always cut one in half anyway. So these are perfect for that. So I'm just cutting them roughly to start with, because the ink is still just drying. As you can see, there's a few fingerprints because I'm not very patient, but I'll just roughly cut them and then we'll cut them out properly. This bit's probably a little bit boring. This is where I needed some music for you. So feel free to chat or type or whatever. And I guess I'm wondering, like, how's everyone going with the current situation? I've been on school holidays. I work at a school, so I've been on school holidays. Have to go back Monday, but so I haven't had the stay-at-home thing for long. I love to still be at home. I love being at home. Yeah, but I guess I've heard some people are in a real creating rut and can't seem to create, like. So I'm hoping that by doing this and just encouraging you to just play, get out your paints, that you perhaps can find your joy of creating again. I know I'm so grateful for my art. I love to try and do art every day. I also read, so I have lots of things that are good for at-home activities. I also do puzzles. Some of you might follow me on Instagram. But yes, I am quite happy at home doing all my things. So yeah, but I guess, you know, some people are struggling to feel connected. So that's what I thought. Let's just have a bit of fun this weekend and see what happens. So I don't worry about cutting too perfectly around it. And obviously this bit is a bit, didn't stamp that well, so I'll probably just trim it in half like that and get rid of that one. You could go in with pen and fill it in, but totally up to you. So I'm just going to keep cutting. Some people are commenting. They're over their kids. Yes, we love our children, don't we? But it is nice to have a bit of us time. Now some people would probably fussy cut these a lot better. Probably giving Tracy a heart conniption watching me just roughly cut these, but fussy cutting is not really my thing. I'll do it, and I'm always happy I do because I like the results, but I don't, I'm a little bit slapdash at times. So, but in the end, and you'll see that I'll show you how I finish it off once I attach these to the pages, and it kind of means you don't need to cut really perfectly. So I don't know if any of you are playing along with me. I know on the when I said what you'll need, I just said paint and stamps and stencils. So the whole point is you can use whatever you have. Obviously, I've picked a few that go together nicely, but if you had a butterfly stamp, I think Karen had pulled out a butterfly stamp, or flowers, they will work just as well with what I'm doing. So don't feel like if you don't have these stamps you can't play along, because that's the whole point. I want everyone's to look a little bit different. I'm not sure if I'll use all these, but oh, Sandra's playing along. That's awesome. Oh, Rachel is too. Oh, I can't wait to see what you're doing. Rachel, I bet you're working with bright colours as well. And Sandra, I'm quite curious what stamps you're using, because you have some really funky, cool stamps. Okay. Oh, hi Debbie. Debbie's there. She's using the same stamps. Yes, I think a lot of us have a lot of the Tracy stamps. We just love Tracy, and her products are amazing. Oh, Sandra is using Tracy Scott as well. Oh, Helen. Hi, Helen. I'm playing along, but I probably won't keep up. All good. I'm not doing it in fast forward, Helen. I feel like I should. I feel like it's probably, you know, a bit boring watching it slowly like this, but anyway, why not have a go? Terrified me to think I'd be doing this live, but yeah, I'm doing it. Doesn't seem so bad. Alright, I can cut those out if I need them. So tuck them to the side. Okay, let's grab this again. It's not quite dry, I'll just kind of finish it off. Okay, so that's dry. So the other stencil I've got is this leaf one. I absolutely love this stencil. As you can see, I don't clean it. So what I might do, sometimes I paint black all over and then add that through. But today, what I might do, because of what I'm thinking, is I'm thinking of kind of putting I'm not sure how many I'll use. Some of these coming down, and just to go with that sort of mandala theme, I'm going to have my sort of lines going this way. Often I create this way, but I'm trying to do something a bit different, so coming down this way. So what I might do is actually rub the paint through the stencil, just for something a little bit different. So with black paint, I absolutely love using the Dina one, just because I make a bit of a mess with black paint. I seem to get it everywhere. So this way I can control it a little bit better. I can just get a little bit out. So when I do this, I get a dry wipe. Now, I don't know how many of you, we all love using our wet wipes, but I so often leave the lid off like this, and I'll go to, go to bed, go to work. 3 days later I come in and most of them have gone dry because I've left the top off. So I keep them all, and I use them for all sorts of different things, but I really like getting just some paint on the wipe and just rubbing through the stencil. Like that. Now I've got a bit of a bit here that I'm not that happy with, so let's just cover that up. No one needs to know. Maybe a smidge down here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is add some stamping. So I'll just dry this bit off. Now you'll see, you've noted I've left some white space. So yeah, really important to just have not, oh you can, often I put colour everywhere, like this here, all over the place. But this one I just wanted to leave a little bit of white space. So now if I get those stamped, this is actually, I've lost my packaging, but that's the actual stamp. So it's all in Create. And it's just one I had in my stash somewhere. Here. Now this is just background stamping, so it doesn't have to come out perfectly. Whereas you want your other stamping that you're cutting out to come out, whereas this is just to get some stuff in the background. So I often stamp it not with a block, like just use my hands. As I said, normally I'd probably naturally do it that way, but I just want it to be a bit different today. See, that's hardly come out, doesn't matter. I'm sort of near the end of my book, so it's hard to get into those little bits. Oh, there we go. So that's that one. Then I'll come in with a little bit of this other one as well. Turn it this way. So you'll see I'm stamping off the page. So I just want it to be sort of a continuous line, and this, yeah, and I turn it and have it all different ways. Okay, and then I might add in some stars. Again, you want some off the page. Okay. So I'm kind of going to come in with these now. Still don't love that bit there, so I'm going to try and cover it up. I might chop one of these in half as well. I might sort of go 3/4 for this one. I don't know whether to. Can kind of just get stuck down. Now you could paint these, you could colour them in. I'm not going to today because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want you to get creating. So yeah, then I actually put washi tape in the challenge as well, so we might stick a bit of that down. And I just tear it, and again I want the lines coming down this way. put on as much or as little as you like. Alright. That will do with that. What I might do is with just a little bit of black paint before I stick these down. Just going to put some lines. Right, and then I take a fan brush, wet it, and pop it in your black, and then wet it again just so there's lots of water on it, and we're going to just flick. This is where my cat usually ends up covered. Alright, now we'll have to dry that off and then we can stick down. I'm going to wipe that up because I'll get it everywhere. Takes a lot longer to dry because normally I go off and hang the washing out, or oh, Leonie said this video is showing back to front. Okay, it's a bit of a mirror image. Anyway, I have no idea really what I'm doing, so hopefully you get the gist. So because that had lots of water in it, it takes a long time to dry, so it's almost dry. As I said, I'd go off and do something, but you can just roll some paper towel, if you're lucky enough to get some at the moment, over the page, and then we can stick on some of those bits. Alright, so to do that, I'm just digging it out. I use this. It's going to read backwards, but I'm sure you know. I'm sure there's a little button I could press that would make it right, but I have no idea where that is. Alright, I'm scraping the bottom. I've just ordered, I did a scrap matrix order, so I'm excited. And actually I went to the post office this morning and it was there. So I'll be creating later today, just doing some stuff with the new, you know, with some new bits. And I've got one of these in there. So, but anyway, I'll use this up. Often I use a brush, but today I'm just going to use my fingers. I just feel like getting my fingers dirty. So just whack some on the back. You can put it on your page, but because I'm being a bit mindful that it might still be a little bit wet. And then just rub over the top. Can't remember where I'd place these, so we'll just wing it. Didn't even use both of these, but anyway. Okay. So they're stuck down, so I'll just dry it off. Okay, so because at the moment they just look like black and white things stuck on, so obviously any stamp, as I said, would work, but I want to sort of bring them into the background. I want it to connect together, so I usually use, it's a pencil that I reckon Lynn Good gave it to me when we were at Tracy Scott class, just to go around the edges. But in the order that I've just got from Vicky, I did order some of the new charcoal, here, these water soluble graphite sticks, and what I'm hoping is that they will kind of do that. So I think these will be good to use for, you can make circles, you can trace around things, you can add some black. But let's just, so just roughly, really roughly, go around the edges. And this is why you didn't need to cut anything out really perfectly. I'm not going to worry about doing the stars, but these bigger ones, just going to go around the edges. Really quickly, pretty roughly. They're nice, they feel nice, like the shape and feel of them, and they go on really well. So they're water soluble, so just with a bit of water, just brush it through. And it just creates a bit of a shadow. And it just means they look like they belong a bit more, rather than just being stuck on. Just gives them a bit of depth. So yeah, you don't need to spend all that time fussy cutting them perfectly. Love these colours together, by the way. Gorgeous. Okay. Then I usually add a few scribbles with a pen, just because I like... Oh, that one doesn't work. That one's run out. I like the look of scribble. As I said, normally I go this way, but... Okay, so now I've got to use the word connect, wasn't it? Connect. So, for that, well, I was thinking about how we're all connected through our art, and we all know each other through our art. So these are some, just what I've got left over from some Art by Marlene stickers. So, of course I don't have a T in that, but that's okay. No R, there's an R. So I'm just going to say art connects us. And then I usually trace around those with white pen, add some scribbles, make it pretty grungy and random art. And then, I don't think there's anything in here I can use. Little sayings. Put your art on. That will be my title, but I might just stick these maybe this way rather than that way. Put your art on, and bold and bright will do. And again, go around them this is how I scrap, very messily. So go around them as messily as you can. And then I'm just going to put connects us there. So I'll just use, I'm just going to write it, some of this left over. Can't seem to cut straight. Alright, stick these down. Don't forget to go back in and put the lines around them. I think it's a bit wet at the moment, but I think I am done. I'm going to just take this down. Sorry about my fingers. I'm going to turn it around. Okay. Oh, that's not me. Try that. There we go. So that was it. So like a really quick, simple, a good way to get started so that, you know, you might go on to something a bit more in depth, but it's a good way to get some colour on and just play. And often I need to play after work. My job can be fairly stressful at times and I just need a bit of time, and I have half an hour or 45 minutes max. So sometimes I'll do stuff like this. So let's take a look at the page. And my quote, which I'll go in and put lines around. But yeah, that's it from me. I can't wait to see. I'll probably come back because you know now I've done a live, but I'll probably come on and show you through a couple of my journals, and there's another challenge I want to throw out, but probably tomorrow. Yeah, so I can't wait to see what you've done. I hope they all look a bit different, and I hope that you've used different stamps, and yeah. So thanks for joining me, and for those that come and catch up a bit later, yeah, say hi, pop your a picture of what you've done in the bottom. Even if you can't play along now, you could do it later or during the week or something. But yeah, can't wait to see you all whenever that may be. Lots of colour will be in my classes, as you can imagine, and yeah, just sort of taking things, doing quick things, and then how to take that to the next level, just if you've got more time. So thank you so much, and was nowhere near as bad as scary as I thought it was going to be, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the weekend. Happy Anzac Day. Bye.